What defines an artist? Is it about learning special techniques? Is it about aesthetics? Is it about creativity and imagination? Are we born artists or crafted into one? I have drawn and painted, I think, from my tiniest childhood. And I recollect that the presents I most looked forward to as a child were paint boxes, color pencils, drawing papers, and picture books. I detested the process of coloring in the drawings of picture books and never allowed grown-ups to draw things for me to color in. I always drew and painted everything for myself and resented correction or interference with my work. Amrita Shergill. Many of the people living in the rural villages of the Villupuram district of Tamil Nadu, India, live below the Indian poverty line, on rupees 10 per day per person. Most are Dalits. Dalits, formerly called untouchables, live at the bottom of the Indian social order, known as the caste system. 70% of Dalits live in rural villages. Almost half of all Dalits are illiterate, and women are 20% more likely to be illiterate than men. Dalits suffer discrimination in education, healthcare, housing, employment, and religion. Most of India's bonded and child laborers are Dalits.
Art has never been seen as art that's separate from craft or separate from tradition in India, in my perception. I think that it's very much a mother to daughter handed down kind of thing, or father to son handed down kind of thing. And there's a huge variety of symbolism and context and story and tradition that has made up many of the traditional art forms.
Shivani and I worked with the tailors at the Tailoring and Weaving Center in Villupuram.
And we were working with them, we realized that they have a lot of skills.
So what we did was we tried to introduce the concept of
reusing like waste material from like the other projects that they have, where they make simple basic bags using jute cloth or basic cotton and non-woven fabric. And we tried to give them ideas where they can mix and use all these different materials and make different kind of bags out of it.
their main problem was that they couldn't afford the basic material that they needed to make their products and then sell them, because in a market like Villupuram, not many people spend their money frivolously. They tend to buy things that last and keep repairing them.
I mean, I think that one is that there is a certain language, and the people, the aesthetic desires of the consumer class have changed over time, and so unfortunately or fortunately, there is this link between art and the market, and sometimes it gets to a point where it doesn't remain art anymore.
Sagai Raj is the owner of the Mother Teresa Technical Training Center. As an artist, his parents did not encourage him a lot. The value of art as a subject is very less, which he finds rather disheartening. All his friends have jobs with a steady income while he relies on client orders and his art teacher salary. Sagai Raj, along with his wife, they teach tailoring, woven bag making, and drawing. They provide job opportunities to many young, uneducated women, who have no other means of livelihood. Jamara Kinney, a parent of a Communities Rising student, believes that if the program goes on like this for the next coming years, then our children will definitely grow as individuals and will be able to cope better with the outside world. In 2009, the after-school nonprofit Communities Rising Incorporated began responding to the challenges posed by rural India's severe poverty, low literacy rates, and high dropout rates by providing quality educational opportunities for its students. Now working in 7 villages and teaching over 800 children, Communities Rising asks, how can art play a role in these villagers' lives?
I have a very strong belief in interdisciplinary education. And the reason for this is because I feel that when we compartmentalize things too much, we are elevating one type of thinking over another.
Well, I was at Villupuram. I took the opportunity to speak to the math teachers because we were doing end user profiles, and I picked math teachers particularly because that was exactly what I was avoiding as a career, and I wanted to know what made them do it. So it was interesting to see how these ladies and a man also taught these children math in very different ways. Like they gave them homework with measurements. They'd say measure your dining table in inches and centimeters and millimeters, and so you get a sense of the different measurements. Like I don't think any teacher did that for me in math because I may have loved it, but I didn't. So it was really interesting to see how this village somewhere in the backyards of India, teachers were taking an interest in teaching this wonderful subject that I never understood to the children over there.
My name is Meera and I've been born and brought up in Bombay. It was really interesting to see how the teachers reacted to us because they saw art as a pastime activity and something that keeps the children occupied, and they didn't look at it as a career option. That was kind of disheartening. And also what the teachers kind of thought art was more skill than anything else. I mean, they thought there was only one particular way of drawing something, and that's not true. You can express yourself in any which way.
I'm not sure how many schools even have art education, but what is communicated in terms of what art is has changed. Kids are very expressive in their first, second and third grade. Then they start to get much more representational. They want to copy things the way they see them in fourth and fifth grade. And then you'll see kind of a dip in their ability to draw, unless they're really pushed by someone to get over that phase. And most people draw at fifth grade level. Most adults draw at fifth grade level because they stopped when they could not take something that they see and put it down on paper.
Art and design are complementing each other in a way because, say, a tree trunk can be used as a shape of a bottle. My experience at Villupuram was a different one because interacting with the kids taught me a lot. Teaching them was one aspect and learning from them was another. It was a two-way process. One of the activities was making a collage involving all of them together, and it wasn't a work of one person but it was a work of a mass. So getting all of them together as well as involving myself was a different process altogether because it just didn't involve one person's work, but it involved the process, the thought and getting messy as well. And the collage turned out to be a huge one, rather without any shape or form, and it was a kid's work in the end.
Chinaparaj conducts basic learning courses every Saturday as an after-school activity in folk traditional dancing and vocal practice. He takes great pride in enrolling his students for competitions and all mediums of art.
He quoted things like, when he sees these children do art, craft and performance, he hopes that they build really fond memories with these activities, and some of them will take these memories forward and hopefully make them their profession.
Who is an artist? Is the artist a special kind of person? Or is every person a special kind of artist?